Hey guys, Darren here. Welcome to Mayhem Country Living. I am sitting up on a ridge in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And I am here for work, obviously. And I'm in the middle of Chattanooga. Traffic, bustling business, and with all the COVID stuff and everything else. I'll spin you around more kind of. Okay guys, now we're back. But we're up here in all of this nature, and I'm on a deep high ridge. You still hear the interstate though. Kind of sucks, kind of ruins it. Imagine it's in the background. The cities are becoming no place for you guys to be. I don't live in the cities, but even I am going to move a little bit further out. The cities are becoming places full of people who feel like they need rather like they are entitled to something. And I'm not that way. I know you're not that way. There are things that are going on, and you can turn on your news and you can see it and you can watch. But there are things that are going on that are counter to what we think and believe. And I am not going to support it anymore. It's one of the reasons we've been looking at moving further out. We're in the process of putting in an offer on a home. You know, nothing super duper, you know, no $2 million house or anything like that. Or it's just a house with a little bit of land, and further out, more rural, in an unincorporated part of another county. There are people in podcasts and everything, specifically like Jack Spirko, who talks about taking a walk to freedom. If you are in an area where you are strangled by rules and regulations and laws, perhaps it's time for you to take a walk to freedom. Perhaps it's time for you to weigh the advantages and disadvantages, like we do and we have, and maybe it's worth it to you for your peace of mind, or for your wife or your kids or your grandkids, or just to live the lifestyle that you want, because by God, it's a damn lifestyle you want. That's kind of appealing, isn't it? More to come. Okay guys, now we're going to play a game. It's called Indian Giver, and I'm going to give you $1 million. If you're not happy where you are and what you're doing, here's $1 million. Poof, you got $1 million. What are you going to do? Now, if you tell me you're just going to live right there and you're going to buy a new car or whatever, kiss my ass, because you failed the test. If you told me that, well, I would take that and I would find me a place where my family and I, we can do the things we want to do. We can put in a garden, we can shoot, we can have chickens and ducks and goats, maybe a milk cow, big garden. You're more along the lines. Now, I said the game is Indian Giver, so now I take back the $1 million. Now, you don't have $1 million, but you still have the plan. Roughly. You're going to have to flesh it out a lot. And you're going to take that plan and you'll need to implement it. I know several of you guys who have made that walk to freedom in the past 8-9 months. It hadn't been real cheap, hadn't been real easy. You've had to move yourself and your family, move away from family some places. I like to tell people when they talk to me and I talk to them about preparedness and independent living that it's kind of like a train, and we're going to slow down at the station, and if you want to get on the train and learn about independence and free thinking, we're going to slow down. We're not going to stop. We're going to slow down. You're going to have to jump on. You jump on, by God, we'll let y'all further down the line. You don't have to go where I'm going. It's okay. You don't need to, probably. Maybe you're further along than I am. Maybe I'm further along than you are. Who knows? But I'm doing this. I hope you guys do it too. You can only complain so much until, you know, they just lead you back into the barn so they can milk you again. More to come. Okay guys, now we're back. And again, I don't mean to doom and gloom you, because there's a lot of good stuff that's going on and stuff to be grateful for. And I think that if we really work at it, we can improve ourselves and our families and our people. I got a buddy of mine that moved up way up into North Alabama. He and I are pretty good friends, and I won't say his name. Moved up there and found a community of like-minded people, like a town. And that is what they do. And when there was talk of people coming up into the rural areas, you know what they did? They had a free day at the shooting range. And everybody came out with their guns, and they had a freaking blast, and they had a good time. That's smart thinking. That's community thinking. I'm not all for community. I like being alone. I'd prefer to live in the woods myself, by myself alone. But that is not conducive to a long, healthy life. It may be time for you guys to open up a map, pick out a spot, find an unincorporated area where there are less restrictions, where you can do the things that you want to do to make yourselves more independent-minded, and begin the process. No, it won't be easy. No, it won't be fun sometimes. No, it won't be quick. But in the end, you'll be there. Alright guys, we're going to wrap this up. Just a second, so you're going to see a picture of my ugly mug pop over here, as well as my beautiful wife on the opposite side. There are going to be some videos if we are indeed your brand of wacky. Don't let the fear of change keep you from doing the things you need to. Take care of you people.